Hello everyone, I'm Varsha, currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today I'll be discussing about looping constructs in Python. The topics are concepts of loops in programming, types of loops, loop controlling statements, and its real-world applications. Coming to concepts of looping. Looping is a fundamental concept in a program that allows you to execute a set of instructions repeatedly. It enables you to automate tasks that require performing the same operation multiple times. Loops are essential for efficiently handling repetitive tasks and processing large amount of data. Coming to types of loops. There are mainly two types of loops that are for loop and while loop. For loops used for iterations over a predefined sequence. For example, a list, a range, or a string. It executes a block of code for each item in a sequence. It is useful when you know the number of iterations in advance. Coming to while loop, it continuously executes a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. Appropriate for situations where the number of iterations is certainly or based on a user input. For loop. What if you want to execute a block of code only a certain number of times? Solution is to do this with a for loop statement and a range function. For always includes the following: the for keyword, a variable name, the in the keyword, a call to the range function method with up to 3 integers passed to it, a colon, and a starting on to the next line, an indented block of code called the for clause. Syntax is for element in sequence. Coming to the example, we will be discussing about printing numbers from 1 to 5 using a for loop. Now, printing the numbers from 1 to 5 using a for loop. The program is for num in range 1, 6, colon, print num. Let's run the program. Now, we can see that numbers from 1 to 5 have been printed using for loop. Coming to while loop, you can make a block of code execute over and over again with a while statement. The code in while clause will be executed as long as the while statement condition is true. A while statement always consists of the following: the while keyword, a condition, that is an expression that evaluates to true or false, a colon, and starting on the next line an indented block of code called the while clause. Coming to the syntax, it has a simple syntax, which is while and condition. Now coming to example, let's discuss the same previous example, that is printing numbers from 1 to 5 using a while loop. The code is x is equal to 1, while x is less than or equal to 5, print x. Now we will increment the x number, that is x plus is equal to 1. Let's run the program. As we can see, we have got same output as the previous one while using while statement. Now coming to nested loops. Loops can be nested within each other, creating a loop within a loop. This is used when you need to perform repetitive tasks within the context of another repetitive task. However, carefully management of loops variable and control flow is necessary to prevent unindented behavior or ensure efficiency. Coming to loop controlling statements. There are basically two statements, that is break and continue. Break terminates the loop permanently based on a certain condition. It is useful when you want to exit a loop before completing all iterations. Coming to continue, it skips the current iteration of a loop and proceeds to the next one. It is helpful for skipping certain iteration based on specific conditions. Break in Python is a loop control statement. There is a shortcut to getting the program execution to break out of a loop of a while loops clause early. If the execution reaches a break statement, it immediately exits the while loop clause. Break statement is put inside the loop body, generally after if condition. In code, a break statement simply contains the break keyword. Syntax is while text expression, if condition, and break statement. Example, a program to find even numbers in a list. We have given the input numbers, and for num in numbers, if num percentage 2 is not equal to 0, continue, print num is even. If we execute, we can see that it is even. Now coming to continue. The continue statement is used to skip the rest of the code inside a loop for a certain iterations only. Loop does not terminate but continues on with the next iteration. When the program execution reaches a continue statement, the program execution immediately jumps back to the start of the loop and re-evaluates the loop's condition. Syntax is while text expression, if condition, and continue. It is an example of continue. Coming to real-world applications, database processing. Loops are used to iterate through records in a database and perform operations on each record. Data analysis. Loops enable the processing and analyzing of large database in fields like finance, science, and engineering. User interactions. Loops facilitates interactive programs that keeps running until a user decides to exit. Automation. Loops are used in scripting to automate tasks like file processing and system administration. Thank you for watching. Hope you like my video.